You're going to hear me start telling this story and you're going to think, David, you did this story. You did this story before. You're doing the same story again. Well, I've done similar stories many times this year because it's happened many times. NASA, through data collected by the Goddard Institute for Space Studies, has just announced that September of 2016, last month, was the hottest on record. This means that 11 of the last 12 months have been the hottest ever on record. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, they both say, I am going to be the next leader of the free world, have spent under 2 minutes discussing the issue of climate change in the first two presidential debates. September 2016 was the warmest September in 136 years of modern record keeping. Now, the deniers will say, wait a second, David, 136 years, that represents nothing in terms of the history of the Earth and our universe. We can't deduce anything broad about a planet that has been around for 4.5 billion years from a 136-year trend. And you know what? You would be right in one way, but also very, very wrong. It is true, right, that temperatures alone in the last 136 years don't tell us what we need to know to determine whether or not or to what degree humans are impacting climate on the planet. Overall, we might be seeing cyclical warming, and what we would need to determine is, are we seeing non-cyclical warming? And 136 years of data isn't going to tell us that. But there are many other types of data, which the climate deniers usually will pretend doesn't exist when they say, 136 years, give me a break, it tells us nothing. For example, if we look at an analysis of ice cores and sediments, these suggest that the warming of recent decades is completely out of step with any period over the past millennium. Some people will argue we're still sort of coming out of an ice age, so that warming makes sense. Well, we have data comparing past ice age exits, I guess I'll call them, to this one, and we are crushing those numbers. Temperature reconstructions done by NASA using work from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, found that the global temperature typically rose 4 to 7 degrees Celsius over a period of 5,000 years as the world would normally exit an ice age. The temperature rise clocked over the past century is around 10 times faster than the previous rate of warming in similar geological times. And the increasing pace of the warming that we're seeing means that the world is going to be heating up at a rate that is, quote, at least 20 times faster than the historical average over the next 100 years, according to NASA. Lastly, for people who say, we only have data from 100 years, we don't know what's going on, scientists are able to gauge greenhouse gas levels stretching back more than 800,000 years, but the certainty around the composition of previous climates is stronger within the past 1,000 years. So when the deniers tell you 136 years of surface temperature data really don't tell us anything, you can talk about the ice cores, you can talk about greenhouse gas levels stretching back 800,000 years. We have the data. Be equipped with the facts. This is a major, major deal. And to the extent that now we can track daily surface temperature, monthly surface temperature, et cetera, we'll use that as part of the bigger picture of data that we have about this. Don't let the deniers trick you, because that's all that they want to do.